I'm Steve.
Hi, I'm Karen.
And we are the Barber
family with our son Zachary.
And my mum Valerie.
Zachy?
Our French adventure started in Weedon, in Northamptonshire in England. We lived in a 4-bedroom detached house. We had lived in the house for 7 years. Zach mainly grew up in this house. And we had a new puppy called Marlowe. When we lived in Weedon, I did do some DIY around the house, small amounts of work, and even built some decking in the back garden.
I'm putting stones in these little holes because I'm building a little bit of the deck.
All of these things were preparation. Little did I know it, but they were preparation for what was to come in a few years' time.
Any there yet?
Because I haven't done it yet. I've got one more.
Zachary would often help me with some of our building projects in the back garden.
Okay, then I'll do that.
For most of my life, I've worked as a sculptor of miniatures, model soldiers, and ran my own company, making them and selling them around the world. Karen worked with me in the business, producing the miniatures. And after Brexit, our business was quite affected by the customs duties that customers would have to pay. And it was one of the contributing factors in us moving abroad and moving to Europe.
And we chose France.
We'd been on holiday to France before, but we'd never lived abroad.
Why France, you may ask?
We loved the food, the weather, the scenery, the culture.
We looked at other places before we found the chateau.
And then we organised a visit to go and see it.
Exciting.
It was quite a grey day when we first visited the chateau.
We came in April 2023 and it took us 2 hours to walk round the chateau.
It was quite a viewing, wasn't it? There was so much to see,
Yeah.
including the 18th century features.
The chateau had views of the Pyrenees.
Though they were a bit misty that first day. We bought the chateau in December 2023, but it wasn't until July of 2024 that we were able to move with all of our possessions to Montcassin in the Gers. We took the ferry from Portsmouth to Caen and then started on the long drive down to the southwest of France. My mum Valerie had also made the move and emigrated to France with us. First stop after the long drive was some pizza, Zach's favourite. Our removals team turned up a couple of days later with all of our possessions, but it was 39 degrees.
So hot. Unbelievably hot.
We had 7 people doing the unloading, but there were 9 tons of possessions that came from it. And with everything unloaded, it was now time to get used to our new home. There was a lot of exploring to be done. We'd been left with a lot of stuff which had been locked up in an old stable. We had to sort through this and see if anything was worth keeping. A lot of it had to be taken to the dump.
Little place for your cat or dog to run through.
The next job, and what a job it was to sort out the chateau grounds. They had become very overgrown, so we needed to buy a suitable lawnmower. This soon helped us tidy up the grass, but in places the brambles around the chateau were 3 metres high. After some extensive work on the grounds, the place started slowly to look a bit more lived in.
Why would you speak all that?
Sorry.
The chateau had 7 coach houses, 5 of which still remain. The other 2 have been turned into a stable or cowshed. This part of the building we know to have been built in the 17th century. There is even a very rare cadran solaire or solar clock on this part of the building. On the western end of the chateau there is a 12th century tower which has 15th century windows that were in addition to it. This part of the building is in very poor condition and needs an awful lot of work to try and save it. The chateau has 29 acres of land, some of which is woodland, some of which is the parkland around the building itself, but there is also a large hill. The hill is quite a climb, but it's worth it when you get to the top for the views, isn't
The
it?
views are absolutely amazing. You can see across the valley, all the other hills,
And to the mountains
and to
as
the
well,
mountains.
which are especially good in the winter. They become clearer in the winter and they seem to get bigger at certain times of the year.
And they change all the time, don't they? Sometimes they look really close to us, closer, and other times they look further away.
And sometimes they disappear completely,
Yeah,
don't they? The
vanish.
view is amazing and never gets old.
No, definitely not.
With the grounds now looking nicer, we were better able to enjoy them, and this was most needed. The move was very tiring, there was a lot to it, and we were exhausted after doing all this. So it was so nice to be able to relax and enjoy the peace and tranquility and beauty of the Gers.
And also, we brought Steve's business over here, Steve Barber Models, and we've set the workshop up for it, and that's all up and running now. So we're really chuffed with that. And now it's time for us to look and see what projects we're going to do on the chateau.
Children to play trampoline and things like that. And over here, through here, this is where our chickens are going to be. So that it all needs more cleaning, clearing away. And these are they need a bit of a tidy up and a sort out. But these will be our chicken
What do you think, Marley?
chicken sheds.
So one of our first projects, it turned out when we got here, was to sort out the chicken sheds. The area was covered in 3-metre high brambles. It was in quite a state. It took a long time to remove all of the undergrowth, to prune off the dead branches off of the peach trees that were in there, to repair the roof of the chicken shed, and to repaint it and make the area suitable for the hens that we want to have.
And we had to fence the area, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it was safe for the chickens.
So we've been here for just over a year at the chateau. Zachary's been in the local schools and has been learning the language well. We've got the grounds under a lot better control than we had when we first arrived.
I've been having French lessons, haven't I?
You have.
We had to have civic training.
We had to have civic training, part of the new requirements
For our visas.
post-Brexit visas. We've settled into our new life in France and we've made some great new friends. People have been so welcoming to us and have helped us with so many things. And we're really enjoying our new life here. But now the real work is just about to begin. The real renovations that need doing on the chateau. Our new projects to create guest rooms. We've discovered so much more about the chateau's history, about the count and countess that used to live here, and the importance of some of the 18th century decorations and wallpapers that still remain. And we want to do everything we can to try and save this amazing piece of French history. If you would like to follow us and discover more about our projects and our adventures and our escapades in France, then please subscribe to our channel and like our Instagram and Facebook pages as well to find out more.
Follow us on YouTube.